Good morning, everybody. This is Robert from RJL 518. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. Happy Veterans Day to all of you out there. God bless our troops out there. And of course, me being an ex-vet, and of course, I served in the United States Navy. So I wish all of my colleagues out there that are still in the military, even today. And I only have a couple that I do know that are still in there. Okay, I got a couple of officers and one very highly ranked enlisted. But happy Veterans Day to everybody out there today. This is Inside Pitch, the 1977 one and gone tournament continues. Today it is game 16. We are at Fenway Park. It's the number 22 New York Mets taking on the number 6 Boston Red Sox. The Mets were 64 and 98 in 1977. They were really a bad team. The Red Sox were 97 and 64. They were a much better team. But the Mets did move on. As Steeler fan 1933 joins me here at Fenway Park. Happy Veterans Day to you too, sir. The Mets did beat the Twins in the first round, surprisingly, and moved on now to play the Boston Red Sox. So now we have a game where the Red Sox are going to play for some revenge as they play for vengeance for 1986, although, of course, that hasn't happened yet 9 years later. So I don't know. Maybe the Red Sox are looking for a little payback. Who knows? We have Nino Espinosa for the Mets and Fergie Jenkins for the Red Sox. They are the starting pitchers in this matchup. The winner of this game, which is game number 16, as you can see here, will take on the New York Yankees. So we'll either have the traditional baseball rivalry of the Yankees and the Red Sox, or a subway elimination game between the Mets and the Yankees. I know that's understandable, but they're not a problem, sir. You are very welcome, sir. So hopefully we have a good baseball game. We had a couple of good ones yesterday. Both games yesterday, an inside pitch and payoff pitch, were kind of funny. An inside pitch, it really looked like that the Yankees were going to run away with it, but the Cubs actually made a comeback, but fell short. And of course, in payoff pitch, the Astros almost blew that game against the Reds last night, but they were lucky to pull that out. So let's see what we get today. Starting pitcher for the 1977 Boston Red Sox is Fergie Jenkins. He was 10-10 with a 3.68 ERA. This Red Sox team had an excellent lineup, but if Boston, checking the 77 Red Sox, if they did have a bit of an Achilles heel, their pitching wasn't that great. It was good, but not great. One of the reasons why Boston fell apart in 77 allowed the Yankees to take that division from them. Now we'll see if the Mets can do the same thing. Let's go to the top of the first. I'll introduce the players as they come. We are at the American League ballpark, so DH rules in effect. Leading off for the Mets will be third baseman Lenny Randall. As we are all set and ready to play this game number 16 of the 77 one and gone. And Jenkins starts with a 4-5. Strikeout chance and a 3 will get Randall. Jenkins starts with a K. Here is second baseman Felix Millan. Jenkins 3-1. That's a range play. Millan 3-5. That is a hit column roll into left field. And against a right-hander, that's a 5. That is a single to right. The ball is hit. The ball is hit to Dwight Evans. His range is a 4. Does he make the play? It is a 3. Dwight Evans turns that single into an out. And that is a fly out to left field instead. 2 outs. Nice play by Dwight Evans. Here is the left fielder, Steve Henderson. Yeah, you showed up just in time to make key manager decisions and save the day for the Astros. Yep. And they right now have the best. They lead the National League West. They are right now. It's them and the Expos off to great starts. If you check the standings that I posted in the Payoff Pitch Gamers Network, the first block of the season is done, so I already posted that. I'll be posting standings like once every week and a half, something like that. Jenkins with the pitch, 4-3. That's another range play for Henderson. 3-4 for Henderson. That's a ground ball to short. That ball was hit to Burleson. Rick Burleson's range is a 3. That is a 4. He will not get to that, and Henderson will have a single. Next batter is the right fielder, Dave King Kong Kingman. Anything on the strat die? A 16, nothing happening. Jenkins with the pitch. 3-5. That's a wild pitch possibility. That is a 9. There is no wild pitch. It is ball 1. He'll re-roll. Jenkins 6-1, a hit by pitch. A 15, 11 minus 10 is a 1. No hit by pitch, so Kingman gets to swing. 3-6 for Kingman. That is a hit column. Nope, that is a star line 2. That's a fly out to center, and the inning is over. The Mets get 1 hit, but that is all they can muster in this game. Taking a look at Fenway Park in 1977, this was a launching pad. They had 219 home runs in 77. As you can see, all the home run spaces on this park. 219 home runs, but yet the home runs, they are -2 for walks and +1 for Ks. Starting pitcher for the 1977 New York Mets will be Nino Espinosa. He was 10-13 with a 3.42 ERA. Leading off for the Red Sox, shortstop Rick Burleson. Espinosa 5-6, that is a blank. Burleson 6-4, star line 4, ground out to short. This Red Sox team had a very good lineup. Center fielder Fred Lynn is next. Espinosa 5-4, and against the lefty, that is a blank. Lynn 3-1, he grounds out to short as well. As Doug Flynn makes 2 nice plays. Here's the Red Sox designated hitter, that is Jim Rice. Espinosa 5-5, strikeout chance, and a 2 will get him. He strikes out Jim Rice. And the Red Sox go in order in this inning. And we still got no score at the end of 1. Top of the second coming up. Here is the Mets designated hitter, and that is Bruce Beauclair. Jenkins 2-6, possible error. Beauclair 4-6. That is a double to center field, and the ball is hit to Lynn. His error rating is a 1. That is a 2. He does not make the error, but Beauclair gets a leadoff double. And the Mets get a man in scoring position. So no error on Lynn. He makes the play, and the batter now will be the catcher, John Stearns, one of the more underrated catchers in Mets history, in my opinion. I thought he was an above-average catcher. I mean, if you want to look at Mets catchers, I mean, yeah, you go ahead and take a look at Gary Carter, and then of course Mike Piazza. John Stearns, in my opinion, is top 5, at least top 5 in Met catchers. Forever Remain 90 joins me here from Germany. Beauclair on at second. Jenkins will pitch to Stearns. Let's see if there's anything on the strat roll. And that is a 17, nothing happening. Jenkins with the pitch, 2-1. That is at the ballpark. And a Fenway Park 3-6. That's going to be a single into right field. Beauclair's base running rating is a 4. And a single to right field, his base running rating is added, which becomes a +1 is a 5. The right fielder is Evans. He has a -2 from an arm. So a 1-3, Beauclair will score. It is a 5. He does not. He has to hold at third. He holds at third base, but runners at the corners and nobody out. Batter will be center fielder Lee Mazzilli. Infield halfway. The Red Sox will trade the run for a couple of outs. Philip Reynolds joins me now here at 77 Fenway Park. Anything on the strat roll? That is a 17. Mazzilli, he could do a bunt, but I don't think I'm going to do a squeeze bunt here. Squeeze bunt, not a bad idea, though. To try to get the run in. Nope, it's nobody out. Let Mazzilli swing. Runners at first and third. Nobody out. Jenkins will pitch. I'll call off the squeeze bunt. 1-1. That is a possible home run check. Mazzilli hitting from the left side, since it's a switch hitter, a 1-2. That is a 16, no home run, but Mazzilli gets the swing. 6-5, and that is a fly ball to right field. Mazzilli's sacrifice fly rating is a 1. Does he get Beauclair in? Nope, it does not, so Mazzilli is out. Beauclair's base running rating is a 4. The ball is hit to right field. And, of course, Evans is a -2. So a 1-2, Beauclair will still come in. That is a 1. Beauclair does come in to score. And with that 1, John Stearns, lead runner advances. If roll is less than or equal to the trailing runner advances on the throw. So that is a 1-1. That is the best you can get on a run for the runner. So the run scores, and John Stearns advances to second on the throw. So it is a sacrifice fly, and it's the Mets that take the lead 1-0. Of course, Philip Reynolds is there as a big Reds fan, but of course his Reds came up a little short last night in payoff pitch. There is one out. And now the batter is the shortstop, Doug Flynn. Runner at second base now. The Mets have a 1-0 lead. Anything on Strat? 10, nothing happening. Jenkins will pitch. 3-6, that's a blank. Doug Flynn, 5-2. And against a righty, that's going to be a single. In past the shortstop for a base hit. John Stearns is a base running rating of 2. It needs to be a 3 in order for him to get home. He does not, so he will hold at third base. And the Mets are getting some hits. Runners at the corners. With still one out. And the batter now is first baseman John Milner. Bengals over Steelers this week. Doubt it. I doubt it. Although, in a way, I will be rooting for the Bengals a little bit. Not because I don't like the Steelers. I actually do like the Steelers as a Dolphins fan. But right now, I would like my undefeated record to remain intact. But that Steelers schedule they got looks pretty easy. Steelers still have a couple of tough games left, but I don't know. We'll see. Runners at the corners. The Red Sox are going to play the infield halfway, try to get the double play and end the inning. And they do have good shortstop and second baseman as Burleson and Doyle add 1 to pivot ratings. So double play chances are very good. First, we'll check the Strat. Nothing happening. Jenkins with the pitch. 5-3. Strikeout chance, a 9 against a righty. That is going to get him. John Milner's rating is an 8, but Fenway Park adds 1. That is a 9. He strikes out Milner. He gets help from Fenway. 2 outs. Two men down. And now Lenny Randall comes up. He struck out his last time up. Anything on Strat? An 8. Nothing happening. Jenkins. 2-4. That is a blank. Lenny Randall, 6-6. Single into right field. It's a base hit for Lenny Randall. Stearns will come in to score. He comes in to score. Flynn's base running rating is a 3. It's a single to right, so his rating is increased by 2. So that's a 5. With a +1, it becomes a 6. But, of course, Evans, -2 on his arm is a 4. A 1-4, Flynn gets the third. And he does. Doug Flynn does advance to third. Lenny Randall, an RBI single. Scoring Stearns. And early here in the top of the second inning, the Mets lead it 2-0. If you leave Ben 3 minutes, you will lose. Actually, I'll tell you right now, sir, if you leave Ben 1 minute, you will lose. The Mets have a 2-0 lead on the Red Sox here so far. The batter now is Felix Millan. Still 2 outs. Fergie Jenkins having some issues right now. That is a 19. Nothing happening there. Not going to bunt with 2 outs. Jenkins pitch. 2-3. That is a strikeout chance. A 10 won't get him. Neon swings 4-6. That's a ground ball to third base, and that will end the inning. The Mets pick up 2 runs on 4 hits. We go to the bottom of the second. Mets are leading 2-0 here against the Red Sox. But that Red Sox lineup is very potent. And Mets pitching, it's going to be up to Nino Espinosa. Now you give Espinosa a lead. Let's see what he can do with it. Bottom of the second, leading off for the Red Sox will be the left fielder, Carl Yastrzemski. Espinosa will pitch 4-5. And that is a home run check against the lefty for Yastrzemski. Against the righty, a 1-15. That is an 8, and that is a goner. Yastrzemski goes ahead, straight home run. As soon as I say Boston's potent lineup, and Yastrzemski goes ahead and blasts one off onto Espinosa. And just like that, it is now 2-1. Here come the Red Sox. Bad pitch by Espinosa. Pitches him a grapefruit, and Yastrzemski turns it into fruit salad. Here is the catcher, Carlton Fisk. Espinosa, 2-2. Possible error on a grounder. Fisk, 4-1. That's a pop out to short, so there's no error. Here is the first baseman, George Scott. Espinosa, 1-2, range play. Scott, 5-6. Against the righty, that's a fly ball to center field. The ball was hit to Mazzilli. His range is a 3. He will make the play easily. 2 outs. Nice play by Mazzilli out in center. Here is the right fielder, Dwight Evans, -2 arm. Hitting balls to right field is not always a guarantee of a run scoring. 2 outs. Espinosa with the pitch. 2-1, strikeout chance. A 15 against the righty will do it. He strikes out Evans. Evans with a 16 against the right, +1's a 17. He does strike out Evans, and the inning is over. 1 run for the Red Sox on a solo jack by Yaz. At the end of 2, the Mets lead the Red Sox 2-1. Top of the third, Steve Henderson will come out to bat. Henderson is 1 for 1. Jenkins, 6-3. Possible error on a throw. Henderson, 5-1. That is a fly ball to right field. There will be no error. 1 out. Dave King Kong Kingman. Jenkins, 1-5. That's a strikeout chance, and it'll definitely get him because all Kingman does. Kingman either hits a home run or he strikes out. 2 down. And now Bruce Beauclair had a double his last time up. He's 1 for 1. Jenkins, 2-5. Possible error on a grounder. Beauclair, 6-1. That's a fly ball to right. There will be no error. And a 1-2-3 inning for Jenkins. Nothing there for the Mets. Here is the third baseman for the Red Sox, Butch Hobson. Bottom of the third inning. Espinosa, 2-1. Strikeout chance. A 5 will get him. That's Espinosa's third strikeout of the game. 1 man out. Second baseman, Denny Doyle. Espinosa, 3-5. That is against the lefty. That is a blank. Doyle, 3-1 against the righty. That's a single past Espinosa. And Doyle is on base with a hit. Here is Burleson. Runner on first base with 1 out. The infield is halfway. 16, nothing happening. Espinosa with the pitch. 5-4 against a righty. That is a star line. Star line 2, that's a fly ball, center field. And the catch will be made by Mazzilli for the second out. Doyle stays at first. And now a chance for Freddie Lynn. Anything on Strat? A 3. Denny Doyle, possible hit and run, but not with 2 outs. Espinosa with the pitch. 1-5. That's a possible error. Lynn, 2-4. That's going to be a single into center field. The ball was hit to Mazzilli. His error rating is a 1. That's a 4. That's not going to be an error. But it is a single to center. Doyle, base running rating 4, plus 2 outs is 5. Single to center is a -1, so that goes back to a 4. Mazzilli has no arm. A 1-4. Doyle gets the third base. 5 he holds. 6 someone's out. That is a 1. He has no problem. He gets the third base. Fred Lynn's base running rating is a 3. The 4 is too high for Lynn, so Lynn will hold at first. But that is a base hit for Fred Lynn. And now the Red Sox have a chance to get some runs. And the batter is the dangerous Jimmy Rice, 39 home runs in 1977. Infield is normal. That is a 14. Nothing happening on Strat. Espinosa, he will pitch to Rice. That is a 6-6. That's a range play at Fenway Park. Fenway Park 4-1. And that is a double to right field. And that is Dave Kingman out there with a range of 2. 1-2. Kingman gets this play. It is a 4. He does not. That will be a double to right. Denny Doyle will come in to score easily. Fred Lynn's base running rating is a 3. In order to get first to home, -1, 2, but he gets back to a 3 because of the 2 outs. The right fielder is Kingman. His arm is a +1. A 1-4, Lynn will score. That is a 5. He does not. Lynn holds at third base on a double. Jim Rice goes to second. This game is tied. Jim Rice ties this game up. RBI double. Runners at second and third now for Yaz. They're going to talk to Espinosa on the mound, try to calm him down, but got to deal with Yastrzemski, who already hit a home run here. But right now, the Red Sox, a great opportunity. 2 outs. Infield is normal. See anything on Strat? And that is a 15. Nothing happening. Espinosa will pitch. That is a 2-6. And against the lefty, that is a blank. Yaz will swing 2-5. Star line 5. He flies out to left. And the scoring will stop there. 1 run for the Red Sox on 3 hits. At the end of 3, we are tied at 2. Could be in. Buck could be in for a very exciting game here at Fenway Park between these two. Top of the 4th. Jenkins takes over back on the mound. Here is John Stearns for the Mets. Who will play the Yankees? Will it be a Subway Series or will it be the rivalry? Jenkins will pitch. That is a 5-4 strikeout chance. A 3 will get Stearns. 1 out. Here is Lee Mazzilli. Jenkins, 5-5 strikeout chance. A 16 is too high. Mazzilli, 6-5. He flies out to right. 2 down. And here is Doug Flynn. Jenkins, 3-3. That's a blank against the right. Flynn, 3-1. That's a star line 6, and he grounds out to short. 1-2-3 inning for the Mets. Bottom of the fourth coming up. For the Red Sox, here is Carlton Fisk. Popped out his last time up. Espinosa, 4-5 against a righty. That's a strikeout chance, 14 too high. Fisk, 4-2. That's a double star 3, and it's a ground ball to third. Ground out to third. Here is George Scott. Espinosa, 1-3. That is a blank. Scott, 6-2. Double star 1, ground out to second. And now Dewey Evans with 2 outs. Espinosa, 4-1. That's a blank. Evans, 4-5. And that's a ground out to short. 3 straight ground outs by Nino Espinosa. And the score remains tied at 2 at the end of 4. Top of the 5th coming up. John Milner for the Mets. We have the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Chicago White Sox tonight. And Payoff Pitch 85. The White Sox receive their rings. Although they're not going to know what they're for, but they will get their wings. Or at least Ozzie Guillen might. I don't know if I'll give the whole team the rings, but I don't know. We'll see. But the White Sox receive their wings for the 1994, winning the 94 restart. And my 85 payoff pitch season is off to a good start. Pitch from Jenkins. 6-4 against the lefty. That's a blank. Milner, 5-5. Starline 2, he flies out to center. That is 1 out. Here's Lenny Randall. He's 1 for 2. Jenkins, 1-6. That is a home run check. Randall against the righty is a 3. That's a 15. It will not be a home run. Randall didn't get all of it. So he will roll instead of 2-1, and he'll just going to ground it out to short. With 2 outs. And now Felix Millan. Jenkins, 2-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Millan, 6-1. Ground out to short. And another quick 1-2-3 inning for the Mets. As we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still tied at 2. Here's Hobson for the Red Sox. Nino Espinosa. Let's see. When does he get tired? He has faced 28 batters, so we can go here. And Fergie Jenkins, 28 batters here as well. Espinosa will pitch to Hobson. 4-6 against a righty strikeout chance, and a 6 does get him. So he strikes out Hobson for the second time. Denny Doyle. And he singled his last time up. He's 1 for 1. 5-4 Espinosa against the lefty. That is a blank. Doyle, 5-3. Double star 2. He flies out to center, or star line 2. Here is Burleson for the Red Sox. Espinosa, 3-3 against the righty. That's a walk plus 10. That's a walk plus 10. That becomes a 19. Minus 2 is a 17. The 20 does not work. So he does not walk Burleson. But Burleson does get the hit. A 4-6. And he singles into right field. Burleson's first hit of the game, and now brings up Fred Lynn. Anything on a strat? A 5. Burleson, still stolen base attempt. Steal is on. 10 minus 1. Burleson's a 9. Stearns has no arm. A 1-9 for Burleson to steal second base. No, I'll call that off. I'll let Lynn hit with 2 outs. Fred Lynn will hit. 6-3 on Espinosa's card. That's a blank. Freddie Lynn, 2-6. And that's going to be a single past second base for a base hit. Burleson, does he get to third? Does he get to third? Yes, he does. His base running rating is a 3. He will get to third on a single past second. Runners at the corners for the Red Sox. And now the batter you do not want with runners on base, and that is Jimmy Rice. Fans here at Fenway Park know Rice can easily put this game, put the Red Sox ahead. 2 outs. Anything on Strat? An 18, no. Espinosa will pitch to Rice. Espinosa, 3-2. That is a walk possibility, and a 13 will be too high, so Rice gets to swing. 4-1, and he grounds out to first. Nothing for the Red Sox. They did get a couple of hits. We are still tied at 2 at the end of 5. Mets holding on against a much better team. But you know, when it's one game for all the marbles, anything is possible. Top of the 6th coming up. Fergie Jenkins will pitch to Steve Henderson. Both pitchers are pitching well. They've only given up a couple of runs each. There's nothing wrong with that. Jenkins, 2-2 against a righty, a walk chance, and a 14 is not going to do it. The 15 minus 2 is a 13. Henderson, that 13 will be too high due to Fenway Park. Henderson does get to swing. That is a 4-3, and he grounds out to second. Fenway Park keeps Henderson off the base paths. Here is King Kong. Jenkins, 2-3. That's a strikeout chance, and that 17 is going to get Kingman. 2 down. Kingman goes down again. Second time he struck out. Now Bruce Beauclair. Jenkins, 2-6. Possible error. Beauclair, 5-4. That is a fly ball to center field. The ball is hit to Lynn. His error rating is a 1. He will not have any problem with that. And another 1-2-3 inning. Go the Mets. As the Red Sox and the Mets are deadlocked at 2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Yaz will lead it off. Espinosa, 2-4 against the lefty. That's a walk. The 18 is going to be too high. Yaz will swing. 3-5, and he grounds out to short. Yaz with a home run in this game. Here is Pudge, the original Pudge. Espinosa, 4-3. Strikeout chance. The 5 will get him. Fisk goes down on strikes. 2 down. And now George Scott. Patton. George Patton Scott. Espinosa will pitch. Espinosa 1-2. That is a range play. Scott 5-5 against a righty. That is a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Flynn. His range is a 3. He will make the play. Nice play by Doug Flynn. He'll throw to first to get the out. Some great defense by Flynn. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Red Sox. Still tied at 2 at the end of 6. Top of the 7th. Here is John Stearns. Jenkins will pitch. 6-6. That is a blank. Stearns, 6-3. Single into center field. The Mets get a leadoff base runner. It's a base hit for Stearns. That's his second hit of the game. The batter now is Mazzilli. Anything on Strat? A 15. Nothing happening. Infield halfway. Jenkins will pitch. 3-3 Against the switch hitter, that is a walk. Against the switch, which is a left switch, that is a walk plus 10. And against a righty, that 20, that becomes a 25. And that 20 is going to walk Mazzilli. He walks Mazzilli. And the Mets are in business with runners at first and second. Mazzilli against a righty, a 15 plus 10 is 25, minus 2 still makes it a 23. So the Mets now are in business, and the batter is Doug Flynn. 7th inning on, Flynn bats 197. Let's first see what they'll do here, see what's happening on Strat. That is a 12, nothing happening. I usually like to let position players bat 3 times before I think of pinch hitting, so Flynn will bat. Runners at first and second. Top of the 7th, tied at 2. Jenkins, 5-2. That is a star line. And that is a 4, and it's a ground ball to first base. Flynn's double play rating is a 1, nothing from Jenkins. The pivot ratings for both shortstop and for both Burleson or Doyle are +1. So a 1-2, they will turn a double play. It is a 5. They do not. So Stearns goes to third. And with a 5, Mazzilli is out at second. Flynn makes it to first. It is 1 out. Fielder's choice. But runners to the corners now with 1 out. And the batter is Milner. Runners at first and third, John Milner, the batter. He will bat, and the Red Sox will keep it halfway to try to get the double play. Actually, you know what? No guarantee. It would be at least a 3, becomes a 4. 66 chance to get out the inning. I don't know. Do we go the infield halfway, or do we bring the infield in? They're going to bring the infield in instead, and they're going to play to make sure Stearns doesn't score. Runners at first and third, Milner the batter. Anything on Strat? It is a 9, nothing happening. Jenkins will pitch. 6-1, possible hit by pitch. That 11 is going to be too high. So Milner jumps out the way, does a somersault. Now he swings. 2-2, single center field for John Milner. Base hit. Stearns will come in to score. Flynn, single to center. To get -1 is 3 becomes a 2. Center fielder for the Red Sox is Lynn, and that's a 1. So Flynn can only make it to third on a 1. That is a 6. So he does it. That is a 6. A 6-6. So the lead runner advances, but John Milner's thrown out at second. Actually, no, he's caught in a rundown. My bad. He's caught in a rundown. So Flynn is on at third. The lead runner advances. Ball caught off. Trailing runner caught in a rundown. Checking the rundown chart. And Milner rolls a 2. And if the roll is, that's a 2. If roll is greater than the base running rating, the runner is out. And that is a 2. It is not. It is not. The 2 is high. The 2 is lower than Milner's base running rating. He's going to make it to second. Oh, my. And Flynn and the Mets have runners at second and third as Milner comes in with a big clutch base hit, scoring Stearns. Runners at second and third, now 3-2 Mets. Stadium groans. Ugh. The infield will go back. Still 1 out. As Milner is not out. He is safe at second. And now runners at second and third. The infield will stay in. The batter is Lenny Randall. John Milner, clutch hit. Puts the Mets ahead. Anything on Strat? That is a 3. Flynn is not going to steal. And you're not going to do a hit and run with runners at second and third. So the infield is in again. They'll try to keep Doug Flynn from scoring, but the Mets are still in business. Jenkins with the pitch, infield in. 2-5. Possible error on a grounder. Randall, 5-5. That is a ground ball to second base. First, you got to see if we got an error. The ball was hit to second, and that is Doyle's error rating is a 6. That is a 10. That is a 10, so there is no error. So now we know there's no error. Doug Flynn, with a base running rating of 3, is going to come home. They're going to send him in, and the throw is going to go to the plate. On a 1, Doug Flynn is out. Doug Flynn is only safe on a 1. And he's safe! Doug Flynn slides it under the tag. He's safe! Unbelievable! Randall is safe at first. Milner goes to third. It's 4-2. Flynn needed a 1, and he got it. He's safe. 4-2 Mets. Stadium groans. Ugh. And runners at first and third and still 1 out. Flynn gets in under the tag. And that actually goes as a base. That actually goes as a base hit. Because the run came to home, come home. So that actually is a hit. Runners at first and third. The batter is Felix Millan, and that's going to be it for Jenkins, as he has now reached his fatigue. So the Red Sox will bring in a new pitcher. Steeler fan says, wow. And still, runners at first and third. New pitcher coming in for the Red Sox. They've got a couple of righties. Let's see who the Red Sox want to bring in. The Red Sox will bring in Mike Paxton. He'll come in to pitch. He'll pitch to Felix Millan. Still 1 out here in the top of the 7th. 4-2 Mets. The infield's now going to be halfway as the Red Sox are going to try to end this inning. Anything on Strat? That is a 3. Randall's got a steal attempt if he wants it. 12. -2 is a 10. And Fist's arm is a -1, a 1-9. No steal. Millan will hit. Paxton, 1-5 against a righty strikeout chance, and he will get Millan. Barely a 2. +1 is a 3. He strikes out Millan. 2 outs. Infield goes back to normal. Now Steve Henderson. Still runners at first and third. Strat roll again if Randall wants to try to steal second base. Henderson bats .297. No, I'll let Henderson swing. First and third. 2 outs now. Paxton will pitch to Henderson. 1-4 against the right. That's a strikeout chance, and he will get Henderson. That 12 will do it. Struck him out. Paxton comes in and strikes out the remaining 2 batters. 2 runs for the Mets on 3 hits. Bottom of the 7th, the Mets now lead it 4-2 on some awesome base running by the Mets. What an inning for New York. Bottom of the 7th, though, Nino Espinosa comes back out. Mets aren't taking any chances. They know this Red Sox lineup is potent. Dewey Evans will lead off. Needed a 1 to score, and he does. Espinosa. He will pitch. 1-2. That is a range play. Evans, 2-2. Starline 3, a ground ball to third. The ball is hit to Lenny Randall. His range is a 4. Does he make the play? Yes, he does. Randall's got it. Throws to first, out number 1. And now Butch Hobson. Espinosa, 4-5 against a righty. That's a strikeout chance, and a 6 will get him. Hobson strikes out for the 3rd time today. He has the hat trick. Now Denny Doyle. Espinosa, 6-4. Wild pitch, ball 1. 4-1, blank. Doyle, 3-5. That's a fly ball center field. That'll be caught by Mazzilli. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Espinosa. 7 in the books. Mets leading 4-2. We go to the top of the 8th. Mike Paxton will stay on the mound for the Red Sox. Here is King Kong Kingman for the Mets. Pitch from Paxton, 2-2, strikeout chance. 19 is going to be too high, just barely. A 17 plus 1 is an 18. That's a 19. Kingman gets the swing for once. 5-2. And against a righty, that is a, wow, if Paxton was a left-hander, that would be gone. But it's a fly ball to left. That is an H, which means a home run, but not against a right-hander. Next batter is Bruce Beauclair. Paxton, 2-4. That's a blank. Beauclair, 5-5. Starline, 4. He grounds that one to third. 2 down. And now Lee Mazzilli. Paxton, 6-2. Against the switch hitter, that's a blank. Because he's batting from the left side. 5-2, and he flies out the left. Paxton does the job. Nothing there for the Mets. They still lead 4-2. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, Nino Espinosa, he will be tired after this next batter. Let me see what I want to do here. And they're going to leave Espinosa in there and see if he can get through and have an easy inning if possible. However, he is dealing with the top of the Red Sox lineup. Here is Rick Burleson. Espinosa, 6-3. That's a blank. Burleson, 1-4. Fly ball right field. 1 out. Fly out to right. Now Fred Lynn. Espinosa, 5-1. He is now tired. Strikeout chance, 11. Gonna miss it. That 11 is too high. Lynn will swing. 2-5. Starline, 3. He grounds out to third. 2 down. And now the batter is Jim Rice. Rice is 1 for 3. He has a double. Espinosa, 6-5. That's a strikeout chance. A 2 gets him. He strikes out Rice. A 1-2-3 inning for the Red Sox. It's still 4-2 Mets. Are the Mets going to pull off an upset here? They got 3 more outs to go, though. Top of the 9th, they'll be looking for some insurance. And Mike Paxton will remain on the mound for the Red Sox. Unless I'll take a look at the Red Sox bullpen, but I just don't think it's necessary to bring in a bullpen right now. They will go to the bullpen. Paxton will come out, and the Red Sox will bring in Bill Campbell. He was their closer, but he's their best pitcher in the bullpen, so they're going to try to keep this a 4-2 game. Yes, got to come with Campbell. Yes, our Red Sox fans. So Bill Campbell will come in there, and actually, since you now joined me, I would have done that Even if I didn't make that call, if you say gotta come with Campbell, I would have done that for you. I know this is your team. John Stearns leads off for the Mets. Top of the ninth inning, 4-2. Al Red Sox fan. Campbell will pitch to Stearns. No, not Stearns. I'm sorry. It's Mazzilli. It's Mazzilli leads off. He's a switch hitter. Mazzilli is 0 for 2 with a walk. He will bat. I've been watching and losing with my Mets in Action PC. Campbell with the pitch. 1-2. That is a range play. Mazzilli, 2-1. That's a single to Campbell. Campbell's range is a 4. Does he make it? It's a 2. He does. Campbell's got it. Throws to first. Out number 1. Great play by Campbell on the mound. Next batter is Doug Flynn. The Mets are going to go to the bench. Flynn will come out. Bud Harrelson will take over at shortstop, and they will bring in a pinch hitter, and it will be Ed Kranepool for the Mets. Here is Kranepool. But Harrelson will come in for the Mets at short in the bottom of the ninth. He is the better shortstop, but Kranepool's a better hitter. Bill Campbell will now deal with Kranepool. 1 out, top of the ninth. Campbell, 1-1, strikeout plus 10, and that 2 will get him. Strikes out Kranepool. And now for the Mets will be John Milner. He will hit. Milner is 1 for 3 with 2 outs now. Campbell will pitch. 3-4. That's a possible error on a grounder. Milner, 5-4. That's a fly ball center field. There will be no error. Fred Lynn will take care of that. And the inning is over. The Mets do not get any insurance. But we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. 4-2 Mets. But they'll deal with the heart of the order. Here is Yaz. We'll see a new pitcher for the Mets. They will bring in their closer. And coming in to close the game for the Mets will be Skip Lockwood. He was the closer for the Mets that year. 4-8, 20 saves, 3.38 ERA. Skip Lockwood will another great baseball name. Skip Lockwood, another great baseball name. Bottom of the ninth. Lockwood will pitch to Yaz. Mets leading 4-2. The winner of this game plays the Yankees in the next round. Pitch from Lockwood. 4-5. That is a home run question mark. Against the lefty, it's a 1-14. That is an 8. It passes. Now we go to Yaz. Yaz against the righty is a 15. A 1-15. Yaz hits his second home run of the game. It is a 9. It is gone. Carl Yastrzemski hits his second home run of the ball game. It's now 4-3. Stadium cheers. Yay! Now it'll be up to Pudge. Carlton Fisk. But now it's a 4-3 game. Can Skip Lockwood shut this down? Lockwood with the pitch. 1-1. Range play. Fisk, 5-4. That's a single past shortstop. The shortstop is Harrelson. His range is a 5. Does he make the play? It's a 1. He does. Harrelson's got it. Throws to first. Out number 1. Bud Harrelson comes in for defense and turns a single into an out. 1 down. And now George Scott Scott is 0 for 3. I'm going to check the Red Sox bench. George Scott's at first base. I could move a runner over there, and I think I'm going to do that. His average is 269, though. Let me see. Left field. George Scott's going to come out of the game, and the Red Sox are going to go with Bernie Carbo, the lefty. Yastrzemski will move from left field to first base. And Bernie Carbo will take over in left field. So Yastrzemski will now go to first base in case this game goes any further. And now Carbo will take over at left field. And he will pinch hit. So here's Bernie Carbo pinch hitting against Skip Lockwood. So Carbo will bat now. Carbo will now play left field. Yaz moves to first. In case this game goes any further, Lockwood with the pitch. 5-1. Range play at the ballpark. Not what you want if you're a Mets fan. 3-1. It's a star line, too. It's a fly ball to center. Mazzilli's range is a 3. Does he make the play? It's a 5. He does not. Single or double? It is a double for Bernie Carbo. Tying run on second base. Mazzilli couldn't get there. Carbo hits a double. A fly ball to center becomes a double to center. Carbo on its second. The batter now is Dewey, and he will bat with 1 out. Infield still normal. Dwight Evans, Skip Lockwood trying to shut it down, but it looks like the Red Sox might just pull it out. Anything on? I am going to roll Strat. It's a 20. Possible pickoff by Lockwood. Throws to second. 17. Got back safely. Lockwood will pitch to Evans now. 1-2. That is a question mark. That's a double question mark against a righty. A 1-2 star line. A 5 is too high. Evans gets the swing. It's a 4-2, and against a righty, single past third base. It's a base hit for Evans. Carbo's base running rating is a 2. It needs to be a 5. Needs to be a 5 to score, and he does not. Carbo holds it third. But Evans gets a base hit. But Carbo has to hold. The batter is Butch Hobson. He has struck out all 3 times. The Mets will play the infield in to try to get Carbo out. Butch Hobson now against Lockwood. Going to the bench. See if there's anybody I can bring in. Hobson's the third baseman. I think I got to let Hobson bat because if I take out Hobson, another third baseman I bring in has absolutely no range. But then again, Boston had no range at third base anyway that year. Runners at first and third, 1 out. Butch Hobson. Let Butch swing. Okay, so Al Red Sox fan says, yeah, Tommy Helms. Okay, Al Red Sox fans, let Hobson swing. I will do so. 1 out. Runners at first and third. The infield is in. 4-3 Mets. Lockwood trying to get it. I'll roll Strat. It is a 12. Nothing happening. Lockwood will pitch. It's a 1-4 against the righty. It's a walk plus 10. It's a 5. -2 is a 3. 13. He walked Hobson. And the bases are loaded. The batter now is Denny Doyle. Do you want him to hit? Al, Red Sox fan. He is 1 for 3. Denny Doyle, bases loaded. The infield is still going to be in by the Mets. What do you think, Al? Does Doyle bat? He's batting his average that year was 240. He's at second base. I would have to replace him with Steve Dillard or Helms. Red Sox fan says let him hit. I will do so. Denny Doyle, bases loaded against Lockwood. And I think I'm going to bring in a new pitcher. The Mets are going to go to the bench. I think they're going to go to the pen. Let me see if they want to. Does it make sense to do it? The Mets go to the bench, or do I let Lockwood against a righty on lefty? Why not? Skip Lockwood's going to come out as he is ineffective, and coming into pitch for the Mets will be Bob Myrick. Myrick will go lefty on lefty with Denny Doyle. 1 out, infield in, Mets leading 4-3. A base hit probably wins this game. Now Red Sox fan says go to Tommy Helms, and I will do so, as I'll give Red Sox fan the chance. So now here is Tommy Helms, but Helms is only bats 225. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I will not have Helms bat. I will bring in Bob Montgomery for you, who bats 300, and Helms will take over at second base for Doyle. So for you, I'll bring in the better hitter. So here comes Bob Montgomery. He will go up against Myrick. He batted 300, although he only had 40 at-bats. But everybody on these rosters is available. And when it comes to when the game is on the line, I don't go by at-bats, I go by stat. So Bob Myrick will now go up against Bob Montgomery. We are in the bottom of the 9th inning, 4-3. Mets trying to hold it. Lockwood couldn't do it. Now it's up to Myrick. Infield is in. Montgomery will bat for Doyle, and Helms will now take over at second. I will roll Strat. It's a 13, nothing happening. Myrick with the pitch. It's a 4-5. It's a range play. Montgomery. 1-2. It's a ball hit to short. It's a single to short. The ball is hit. The ball is hit to Harrelson. His range is a 5. First things first, you got to see if he makes the play. A 1-5, he does. It's a 3, he does. Now, we got to throw. Now, if the infield is, oh no, I'm sorry. The infield is in. But he still makes it because Harrelson's range is a 5. With the infield in, his range is reduced by 2. It is a 3. That was a 3. He still makes the play. Now, he's got to throw home to get Carbo. He throws home. Bernie Carbo's base running rating is now you're actually turning a double play. Actually, it's a double play chance. Double play rating is 6. Myrick +1 is 7. That's going to be a double play. Harrelson makes the play, throws home, gets Carbo, throws to first. Montgomery is out. Mets win. The Mets win. The Mets win. That's a double play. The Mets win the ball game. Bob Murphy says the Mets win the ball game. They win the game 4-3 on a double play with the infield in. And to be true and to be truthful, I'll show you how it worked. I'll show you how it worked. Helms' card, his double play rating is a 2. I would have had to roll for the double play, but Bernie Carbo would have been out at home anyway. So here's what happens. It's an infield in. It's a 3-2. It's a 3-2 or 6-2. It's a single. It was a single to short. Bud Harrelson's rating it's a range play. It's a 5. Because the infield is in, you subtract -2. So that would have been a 3. Harrelson makes the play. The runners have to come home. Bernie Carbo's base running rating becomes a 0. There's no way he scores. But in this case, it's a double play opportunity. Montgomery's double play rating is a 6. Myrick is a +1.7. There is no pivot rating. So it goes 6-2-3, and the Red Sox are 1 and gone. Mets win. Now, Tommy Helms' card, because that was on Tommy Helms' card. Tommy Helms' card, I think that was what? That was a 1-2? On Tommy Helms' card, it would have been a ground out. Helms would have grounded out. It would have been the same play. Helms would have grounded out as well. Double play, 6-2-3. Mets win the ball game. I don't believe it. Stadium groans and throws up. Blech. Bob Myrick and the Mets win the ball game 4-3. We will have a subway game. Unbelievable. Incredible. '85 Mets are coked up like the '80s. Well, remember, this is the '77 Mets. This is the '77 Mets. This team was awful. This team was terrible. And they'll now go to Yankee Stadium. I did everything I could for the Red Sox. I bring in Bob Montgomery. He actually got a base hit, but a range play actually helped out Harrelson. And by the way, Harrelson's range is a 5. Doug Flynn's range at shortstop is a 3. If I do not replace Doug Flynn, the Red Sox win the game. If I do not replace Flynn, they win the game. Red Sox actually pull away with the win, or at least the run scores. Bob Montgomery grounds out into a 6-2-3, and the Mets win it. I'm in a state of shock. I can't believe it. And I did everything I could. And Al, Red Sox fan, I did exactly what he wanted me to do. It's his team. I let him run it. Final line score coming up, 1 run on 3 hits. I'll give a final line score here. For the New York Mets, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Red Sox, 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Espinosa gets the win. Jenkins the loss. Myrick is going to get the save. Lockwood does get credit for a hold, even though he didn't really do too much. But Bob Myrick comes in here and gets a game-ending double play. And the Mets will advance to the 3rd round to play the Yankees. And I don't know how that's going to go. And that's a while before we get to that one. Next game up for the 1977 one and gone will be game number 17. And that will be the Oakland Athletics taking on the Texas Rangers. That'll be the next game. We'll have that game tomorrow. And we'll also have, and of course tonight, it's the Brewers and the White Sox. As the 85 White Sox will get their World Series rings from the 1994 Chicago White Sox. Of course, they won't know what the hell's going on, but I think they'll just accept some jewelry. Steeler fan, 1933, Al Red Sox fan, forever remain 90. Thank you all for joining me, Philip Reynolds. It was great to have this game. What a ball game. Inside pitch can be really exciting. Hope you'll join me later, and we'll see you guys a little later. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. The Mets beat the Red Sox 4-3. Have a good one, everyone. Take care.